warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce myself. My name is Saskia Ananda Nasywa from English Education Department. Now I will share my analysis about the statement. This House would impose minimum educational qualifications for politicians to be nominated for highest government house. Or in Indonesia, it can be repeated. Majelis atau DPR akan menetapkan kualifikasi pendidikan minimum bagi calon politisi yang akan dicalonkan untuk menduduki jabatan tinggi di pemerintahan. To fulfill my UTS assignment in the English debate and critical thinking course. Start my analysis. The first is, what is policy does the government want to implement regarding the qualification of prospective politicians? I can see that the government want to establish a policy in the form of minimum educational level qualification for prospective politicians who will occupy high positions in the world of government. Well, before that, I will describe what is the minimum educational qualifications in a government before. Okay, the minimum educational qualification in the government are referring to the level of education that must be possessed by the prospective politician in the field of government. See, is addressed to prospective politicians who want to venture into the world of law or the field of government. This policy will later be applied in the government, but this policy can also be applied in other fields such as education, economics, and others. This policy is not only used in the government sector. Why did the government make a policy like this, and also why only in high positions in government? In my view, this is because the government wants to know and also ensures that a prospective politician who will occupy a high seat in a government has sufficient insight, knowledge, and intuition to carry out government that is effectively. Then why only people who occupy high positions? Well, actually, not only people who occupy high positions in Indonesia itself, a governor or region who in fact is still under the president or the PR itself. Education qualification in Indonesia must be at least high school or equivalent. Then why the hell in Indonesia is not applied in the name of higher educational level qualification, such as for example a president or a governor, a member of the PR must have higher education such as bachelor. Now, this is because education cannot be measured as one of the signs that someone is worthy to sit in the seat of government beside the government. Besides education, the things that makes a prospective politician can be said to worthy of occupying the world of government is his experience and also his leads in the fields of government. Well, as we know, in 2015, Canada has one of the best cabinets in the world, where at the time the Canadian Prime Minister chose 15 males members and 15 female members from various minority groups to people with disabilities to be able to join to his government cabinet. One example is Canada's defense minister in 2015, Harjit Sajjan. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau appointed Sajjan as defense minister not only because of his education, but only because of the experience possessed by Harjit Sajjan. Harjit Sajjan himself was appointed because of his military experience as a member of Canada's Armed Forces undergraduate, had experience or handled several military missions in Afghanistan. Because of the experience, he was finally appointed as defense minister by Prime Justin Trudeau. Canada's defense minister in 2015, Harjit Sajjan, we can see that not only education but also experience and how someone leads in a certain field can make us able to occupy a high level in the fields of government, such as ministers or parliament. Determine the appropriate educational qualification for an aspiring politician. Determining the appropriate educational qualifications for a politician involved several considerations. First, the qualifications should be relevant to the responsibilities to be undertaken, such as having an understanding of law, governance, or economics. An education in political science, law, or public administration is often a common standard. In addition, a minimum level of education, such as undergraduate or postgraduate degree, can be set to ensure aspiring politicians have sufficient knowledge. This determination process also needs to take into the account of the social media context and the country needs, and balance between formal education and practical experience in the field. Ideally, the education qualification set should ensure that the politicians can make informed and data-driven decisions and manage policies effectively. When this policy should be applied, in my opinion or in my view, this policy should be applied before a politician manages to occupy a high level at the government level. This is because if this policy is applied after the prospective politician or politician is elected, then it will be a waste time, because if the politician will only fulfill his minimum educational qualification let alone with others, namely his experience, intuition, and insight, this can be clearly proven that the prospective politician or politician does not meet the standard qualification in the nomination for a position in a government. It is impossible later, after he takes office or can occupy a high seat in the new government, he will be busy to meet the policy qualifications. The meaning of wasting time here is that he has already served, he has occupied the seat of government. His main focus is not longer on his education but how he leads to handle problems in the field's government, so that if he has to pursue his education again to reach the minimum educational level qualification as a requirement, it will be chaotic, because his focus is no longer on not only the field of government, but his focus has also been on his education, so his personal life which should be haven fulfilled by him from the beginning. I think that's all from me. I apologize if I had mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.